Welcome to the Beard Me That Beer podcast. I'm David.
I'm Sam.
And welcome to episode number 17.
17.
I never thought I'd
almost
say that.
Legal. What?
I can almost vote.
Almost. Nearly adult.
Vote or die.
Kill me.
Kanye.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right.
17 and episode 3 of our COVID-19 edition. Still remote and still rolling.
Still.
Not going to die.
Yeah. We are definitely dressed comfortably today. These are my all-purpose, just Lay's clothes.
And this is my taco suit.
Yeah. We're good. We're just living it up. Living it up at the Hotel California.
I was, Sam has the green screen, so I had to do something.
No, I don't. I'm in paradise. My house.
Yeah, so I brought the taco suit out for this. So hopefully you all enjoy this.
I'm enjoying it right now.
Soak it in.
You're like a treat. Oh, yeah.
Finger licking good.
All right, buddy. Well, what you drinking today?
I have a beer that I have had before when it first came out.
When was that?
Last year. And
last year.
This is from Alesmith. We've had them before.
Ooh.
This
Big
is
fans.
A hazy version of the 394.
Oh.
So it's a hazy San Diego style pale ale. So it's hazy, hoppy pale ale.
Hoppy pale ale.
Yeah. When I first tried it last year, I thought it tasted completely different. Like it didn't really taste like the pale ale. It just tasted like some hazy beer. But now it tastes more like the pale ale.
Ooh.
And but it doesn't really taste like a hazy beer, unfortunately.
Uh-huh.
I love hazy beers. I love pale ales more, so I'm actually okay with the beer tasting more like a pale ale.
Oh, that's great.
Also, Alesmith makes pretty good beer, and to be honest, this can is amazing. It's like the old school Padres uniform.
Oh my God.
So Sam can see.
Oh, thank you.
The first one, I believe, was just
black.
black, like a black can. But this is great. I like this more. I like this better. This is pay homage to Mr. Tony Gwynn, Mr. Padre himself.
Yeah. Woo. That's cool.
What are you drinking, buddy?
I have nothing too crazy, but an old favorite. So I'm drinking from Kona, the Big Wave, the Golden Ale.
That's not open.
It's not open.
You're not drinking it.
I've got an opener right here.
Oh dang!
Oh, look at this!
Oh yeah!
I didn't even need it.
Chug it.
Professional. No. Oh, look at that! You can see like this stuff on it.
I will be the first to admit it. I love Kona.
I love me some Kona.
I love that.
I love their coffee. I love their beer.
All their beer.
They're so good.
They were just purchased by a bigger company, and I believe that company was on the verge before all this happened, combining with Constellation or some other bigger company. So,
is that supposed to be some kind of consolation? Or?
It's probably the worst news ever because Kona.
So no consolation.
Yeah, they're
liars.
They might taste a little worse now. So drink it as you can.
No. I will drink it as I can. The only way I can, down the throat.
I love Kona. I love the Big Wave. That's like my favorite Kona beer.
Big Wave's pretty good. I like is it the long?
The longboard?
Longboard? Yeah. Longboarder. That one.
I think
like
that's
that
an
one
IPA.
Too. Yeah. Surprising. I actually like an IPA.
It's super surprising for you.
No, I like that one though.
That's a good one. I love all their beers. I've had every single one except at least the ones we get here because it's really hard to get some of their kind of seasonal ones. But there's like one macadamia one I have not had, and I want to fucking drink it so badly. But I've had most of them.
So down for that.
My dream is to go there, just go to Kona and just go to the brewery. That's all I want to do. I don't care about the beaches. I don't care about the island. I just want to go drink beer.
I disagree. I care about all those things, but the beer is a nice perk. So,
Or coffee.
that's my in. I love that.
Yeah, they're known for their coffee.
Yeah.
More so than their
know.
beer.
All right. Well, good beers today.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's one nice thing about today.
I did start, before we started recording this, with a real favorite of the world.
Oh, Zelda.
Pliny the Elder.
Pliny.
This was my
Pliny Zelda.
my warm-up beer while I was setting up.
Oh my goodness. Any news on the younger yet?
I mean, it went out and it's been out and it's gone, basically.
It's gone.
Oh yeah, it was gone probably like a month, 2 months before even COVID-19. Maybe some places were still getting some kegs, but I think probably only 2 or 3 places in San Diego that probably sold bottles, and I for sure wasn't trying to get it. I'm 100% against like going and waiting in line for 2 hours to maybe get a beer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, some people were doing some insane stuff like waiting an hour or two to grab, like to buy a ticket to maybe get a pour of it. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
It's like going to Disneyland and standing in line for 3 hours to ride Magic Mountain or Space Mountain, whatever. And just
I was gonna say it's like real life William Wonka.
just not something that I'll do. I really won't stand in line for much. I love beer, but I won't stand in line for it.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Yeah.
I can't do lines anymore.
I feel like that's
It
kind
really
of
does.
ruins the experience too. Like beer, beer's good, delicious. Let's share it with the people. Make more of it. That's just
More
my
bliss.
saying.
All right. Well, cool, man. I'm jealous. I'm jealous you have such good beers on your end.
I've had that beer in my fridge for like 6 weeks, and like 2 days ago, I was like, I should probably drink that.
It's just, ugh.
I
It's probably good.
actually have a even more delicious beer in my fridge that I've had for about like 6-7 months. That's just chilling. But I'm saving it. I'm saving it. It's from 2017. Dan Anderson gave it to me for my bachelor party, so I'm saving that.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, there you go. Something to look forward
saving
to.
it for saving it for a special day, which may be when I'm really fucking drunk one night.
Sounds special.
All right, let's get to the topic, shall we?
All right. And continuing on from last week, we will be going back to our the same page, right?
Yeah, same article.
Same page, different topic.
ConsciousRethink.com. Thank you very much for having this article. Interesting topics to talk about, and the link is in the description. So
Thank you for
check it out.
Yeah, thank you for taking the pressure off of us to think of our own ideas.
Yeah, but this is about us talking about your article, and we're gonna be truthful too.
We'll see.
I feel
I
like-
could just lie.
Yeah, Sam's a fucking liar.
A habitual liar.
Yeah, that's all. Like Samson's not even his real name.
What is my name?
It's Frederick.
What?
Frederick.
Fred? Do I look like a Fred?
Frederick.
I don't think I look like a Fred.
Buttload.
Frederick McButtload?
Buttload the third.
Buttload. Frederick McButtload the third. If I was serious into gaming still, maybe that would be my new handle.
That's a pretty good
That'd be pretty
handle,
cool.
honestly.
Frederick McButtload the third.
I'd be proud to type that
Might
whole
have to-
fucking thing in.
I might have to buckle down on that. That sounds like a good thing to not want to pass up.
Once in a lifetime opportunity, Sam.
It's pretty good.
I mean, Fred.
Fred. I don't know. We'll keep it business cash. You can call me Sam today. It's fine.
Fred MC Buttload the third.
Oh, look at that. MC. Oh, I like it. I like it a lot.
So yeah,
Anyway.
ConsciousRethink.com. Thank you very much. And this week is about psychology.
Something I have no business talking about.
Yeah, and
so.
this is what they say in the section. When speaking of inner worlds, few things can be as fascinating as dissecting the whys and the hows and whos and whats of our everyday lives. What?
Why? Huh? I don't know. That sounded like a lot of just nonsense.
Yeah. There should have been a couple commas in there instead, but I'm not gonna
Yeah.
say. Yeah.
Alliteration, people.
Yeah.
It matters.
First question.
All right. Toss it out, man.
Nature or nurture? Which plays the biggest role in who you are?
Plays the biggest role. I'll say, I want to say that, I want to say nature, but I'm pretty confident that it's more nurture. So it's the stuff
If you had to pick one.
that happens to you. If I had to pick one, I'd definitely say nurture. So stuff that happens to you shapes who you are.
I would say nature, the environment.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Wait, you said nurture, didn't you?
No, nature is like default, whereas nurture is like surroundings. Does that make sense?
I thought nature was your environment and nurture is how how someone takes care of you.
No, I think that's nurture.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
you
what I
hear
said.
the way
Nurture,
you just
nurture is
described
how
it?
someone takes care of you, and nature is your environment.
Okay, well then we're interpreting this differently. I feel like nature is like default, like your
Oh, I see how you're
you
saying.
come out.
How you're
Yeah, see?
saying. Your actual nature within yourself.
like your human
yeah.
nature. Yeah, like if nothing were to happen to you ever, how you would just be.
I think that's not right.
What? What my interpretation?
Yeah, I don't think that's right.
Well, it's fine. I'm committing to that.
I am going to Googs. The Googs.
Yeah. Okay. Go to the internet. Prove your point. I don't care.
I just want a definition, not a damn scientific article.
Okay. Give me. Yeah. Give me a definition, and I will work with the definition.
Okay, yeah. That way we can start on the same page.
Yeah. So we're not wasting time on the first question for 45 minutes. I'm not wrong, though, right? I'm not. Am I crazy?
I think I mean, human nature is a thing.
Yeah. Maybe it's just my understanding, but that's fine. Someone clearly defined things, and I will go with that.
Okay. You ready?
Tell me.
Nature is what we think of as a pre-wiring and is influenced by genetic inheritance and other biological factors.
Okay.
Nurture is generally taken as the influence of external factors after conception, i.g.,
Yeah.
the product of exposure, life experience, and learning of an individual.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think.
Yes, that
Said
is.
in a lot of words, but that's pretty much
Yeah, I don't
the
know if
sentiment.
biological. Yeah, whatever.
But yeah, so like nurture stuff around you that affects you, and then nature is just I don't know.
How you're born.
That's why I just say default. Your default.
Okay, then I'll say nurture then because nature. Yeah, that. I guess you have a base, like you said, a default for nature because you really have no control over that.
Yeah, you're clean slate.
Yeah,
Basically,
you
yeah.
are. Two people decided, that they were gonna make a baby accidentally, or maybe
Yeah.
3 people, 4 people, however you wanna.
But yeah, no, I like
I think nurture has more to do with it.
I think. Well, if you are, well, let's say you grew up like nature. Like I feel like you'd be a boring person. You'd have no personality. There's nothing. There's no. I don't know. Nurture. There's like you have a more fleshed out. You've lived some stuff. You've had experiences. You probably have lots of insights. Yeah, I don't know. Definitely, absolutely nurture. I
think nurture, plays the biggest role of who you are because at the end of the day, it's our experiences that make us who we are.
Yeah,
Not-
that's the answer we're looking for.
Yeah, not genetics. I mean, genetics play a huge role. Don't get me wrong. Some diseases are genetic. Unfortunately, height, weight plays a role in society. So they're
Right.
already on the,
but I feel like that's more leaning into like the superficial kind of
But
parts of who you are. It still
plays a
factors
role
in
who you are.
Yeah,
and
it
how
still
people
plays a
look at
role.
you.
Exactly, but I feel like the core of the stuff deals more in
Yeah, because if
nurturing
you're like
aspect.
confident with who you are at whatever height or weight or looks, then it doesn't matter. Yeah, I would say nurture.
Okay,
I learned
All right, that was a really
something today.
Odd back and forth just now, but okay.
That was a great back and forth because it's yeah,
Yeah,
don't hate.
I don't hate. That's a weird question coming out the gate. I feel like
This is
we should
and the
have.
next question is just even weirder.
Well, we'll see. Put it out there, man.
Why do some people enjoy things that you really dislike?
Because people suck.
No, it's just because people are people. Not everyone likes the same things. That
No, everybody sucks.
okay.
No,
So
no.
Sam has a definite. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
take it. I'll take it one further and even try to answer the question without saying people are people and they're just different. I would say people suck.
Yeah. See, it's all encompassing because you're not separating people. You're not saying like, oh, everyone's different. It's like, no, it's like, no, we all just suck.
You're generalizing. Yeah, actually, yeah. To begin with, the human race sucks.
Yeah. So, establishing that, then it's fine. That's what I.
but yeah,
but yeah, no. If you're being serious,
I would say if we're getting deep down, it's because of the nurturing I received growing up that I don't like things that other people like.
Yeah, it's like the stuff you're exposed to kind of shapes your. Well, it absolutely shapes your taste. So I mean, like you could grow up around this one thing, and then that stuck with you. So that's just like a thing that you're into. Whereas
Yeah.
another person is like they could be lame, and like
I have a
don't know,
great
be
example,
vegan or something.
a super great example.
What?
I used to love the salmon and like stuffing from Costco they had in those little like black packages. You just like throw it in the oven, I think, or microwave. I would eat it all the time, and then I had one, and I fucking puked all night. And obviously, it was food poisoning from that salmon, and then I couldn't eat it again. I would try, and I would want to vomit. And now I can't have any salmon.
Annie.
I can't. I can't. Like when I love sushi too, but every time I go to get sushi, I gotta like read all of them. And be like, nope, that has salmon. Nope, that has salmon. Nope, that has salmon. I can't stand it.
Okay, so David would be like the hater to my non-hater because I love salmon and I get that in everything that has salmon in it. So you
Salmon
are like a person that hates
sucks.
the thing I like.
Salmon,
Huh?
like Sam, likes salmon.
Yeah. See,
Samson
it's like
Wait, is it salmon or salmon?
Salmon. The N is silent. It's like
Salmon.
actually no. It's like the Alamo, but like Salamo.
Salamo.
Yeah, that's my accent. My vague
Your
nondescript
Enya.
accent. Yeah.
Salamo.
Salamo. But yeah, no, like of course, it's like this is a product of the nurture versus nature thing. So, you're going to like what you like cuz you've been around it. Doesn't mean everyone's going to like it.
Or you've had an experience with it and you don't like it.
Yeah, exactly. Negative or positive, you have experience with a thing.
All right, question 3. Is happiness an end goal or simply a byproduct of other things?
So I've kind of thought about this a little bit.
I think it's a byproduct of other things because happiness is just the result, but not the end result. It's like getting a promotion. Hey, I got a promotion. I'm happy, but the promotion was the end. And now I got to work towards another one. And then I'll be happy again. Or, like me getting an ice cream. The result, I got an ice cream and I'm happy.
Okay. Well, I think wait, say the question one more time.
Is happiness an end goal or simply a byproduct of other things?
All right, I'm going to go Nolan on this. I feel like everyone is chasing the idea of happiness, and whatever shape or form that takes, it just is dependent on your wants at the time. So like, I don't know, you're like, maybe you
So
want a
the
promotion
one
at
for
work.
ice cream is happiness.
Yeah, it represents. It's symbolism. It's like I'm chasing happiness, and for me, happiness at this time is this thing. So, like, new position at work. If I get that, that will bring happiness. Oh, I want a family. If I attain that, that will be happiness. Just,
It sounds like you're just saying it's a byproduct, though.
No, not a byproduct. Like you are chasing the idea of happiness.
Well, I guess, yeah, if you look at it that way. I don't. I just look at it
That's
as
fine. See, we're
you
different.
want something or like something.
We were nurtured differently, David.
Yeah.
So
I almost like don't think like things are going to make me happy. They're just going to make me, neutral or content or less. I guess my thinking is I won't be less happy.
then you should lower the bar for yourself.
That's basically the lowest bar. I mean, won't get worse. I'm
No,
just
no, no.
I'm like
Okay.
I
I guess for you should
I'm just
raise
staying
your bar.
I'm flatlining it.
No, everyone deserves to be happy. You should. I feel like you could do with being less hard on yourself.
I'm totes happy. Done.
There you go.
Yeah, but it's because of other things.
It's mental, man. Convince yourself.
No.
There's, if you have a
No.
can-do attitude, you can.
I do have a can-do attitude, and I did.
Yeah, well, you're just a pessimist.
Narcissist, I think.
You're a can-do narcissist. Oh, internalized for me.
Oh, dude, Sam, you're the biggest narcissist.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big penis, too.
What? No, I'm a nihilist then. Nothing matters.
Why do we remember some things vividly and forget other things entirely?
I was having a conversation about this with a coworker earlier today, and I seemed to think that it was.
Before you continue on, sorry. God bless Sam for still doing his job in the middle of all this.
Don't put that out there. I barely do. I just show up. And
I mean,
kind
you
of
shouldn't be going anywhere. Just saying. But thank you for being so brave.
I'm not doing anything for you.
I know, but like you're brave.
I'm not brave.
I have like mild anxiety going outside right now.
Really? All right, removing myself. Like I'm like I don't know. This is just I'm just doing what I feel I'm supposed to be doing. But I mean, like I don't really care.
Me and Sam had a conversation like, oh, do you want to keep doing stuff? And he's like, yeah, that's fine. Like, and I'm like, well, I might have it. And he's like, I don't care. Kill me.
Yeah. No, I've made my peace. I'm totally okay if
And I'm okay the same way. Like, if I die, I die. And it's not a death wish. It's just like, it's going to happen. And it's going to happen the way. I feel like it's already decided. It's already going to happen. Mm-hmm. In a certain way. I hope it's a cool way, but yeah.
Well, this is taking a turn. Okay.
Psychology. Okay, back to that. Why do we remember some things vividly and forget other things entirely? Go.
So, like I was saying, I kind of was talking about this with a coworker, just like off the cuff earlier today, and I posed the idea that I was like, oh, well, because, especially growing up, we're very impressionable. And if like we take something as a positive experience, that tends to stick, right? Whereas if it's like a nothing or, well, actually no, positive or negative. If it's like,
I think it has a bigger effect. The bigger the effect, the more you'll remember.
Exactly. The bigger the thing is, the more impressionable you are to remember. Whereas the more mundane, it's just like, why would you remember?
I like how you say mundane too, because then there's like really traumatic stuff that people like force themselves to forget entirely.
Yeah.
But you said the correct way, mundane, because it's just like, oh, I had a banana for breakfast.
Yeah, it's like of no consequence. It has no bearing in the grand scheme of things. I feel like, yeah, you're like, I don't know, maybe like you had to like I don't know, mail a bill that you really didn't care for? Like, why?
Because
I don't
people
know.
still mail bills.
I'm just saying, like,
Now.
for example.
I would remember that for sure.
Well, okay, yeah, up to the point that you mailed it, but then would you remember, like, maybe, like, I don't know, like a year or so off from that?
Yes.
Like the specifics?
Yeah, because I'd be like, why is this stupid company asking me to mail a bill?
Well, then I feel like then there's layers to that, though.
Yeah,
'Cause we
my
internalize
hatred
things.
for this company.
Okay, well, maybe that wasn't such a great example, but I don't know.
Maybe like cutting yourself washing a knife, like that just happens sometimes. It's mundane. It's gonna happen at some point in your life.
Yeah.
Because you wash knives. Now, if a knife falls on your toe and it slices your whole toe off, you're probably gonna remember that.
Well, yeah, for one, you have evidence every time you glance
you
down.
could reattach a toe. You can reattach a toe, but I'm just saying, slicing your hand, yeah.
It was a big event. Like, oh my God, there was a period of time where I was absent a toe. That's crazy. Or,
But I think it also goes back to our nurturing. It's how we grew up and how we were taught and how much we were exposed to. Will make us remember the mundane or not.
And I feel too, like, if you're making an effort in the moment to try to commit something to memory, that could have something to do with it too. Like, you're like, I don't want to forget this.
I mean,
make an
I
effort.
always read that if you want to remember something, do something weird that you never do. Like when you lock your door, do 5 jumping jacks, but turn around while you do each one. That way you remember that you locked your door.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's cool. That's cool advice to do that. But no,
I mean,
absolutely.
I read in an
A lot of
article about like, hey, when you're leaving for the airport, like, and you like, that's the worst fear. You're like, 2,000 miles away and you left the door unlocked. Do something you've never done when you lock your door, and you'll remember it.
I mean, yeah, that's an interesting cognitive hack you found. Yeah, but yeah, no, I think I definitely, if it depends how large of an impact you think it will have in the long term. Would definitely affect your memory of a thing.
I can flip this a little bit because like a big event, a really big event has a lot of big important things in the middle of it. But the whole event is important. So you're still not going to remember the whole event though.
Right. But you will remember that a thing happened. But yeah,
in generality, it's not mundane, but you will, I guess it depends on your memory that maybe your brain thinks, oh, that was mundane and this wasn't.
Yeah, it's all interpretation kind of thing. Because I don't know. I think if it's a largely
that's
affecting
all psychology,
thing,
though. That's all psychology. It's all interpretation. Everyone's different.
This is exactly like the thing last week.
I just like the thinking stuff, though. This is pretty. I like this. I mean, we're only on question 3 out of 16. And we're half an hour in.
Cool, great. Yeah, I know. I'm like, I like to think about this stuff, but like these are the way we have these questions phrased. They're more general. I like real specific kind of.
We're gonna get pretty specific here soon.
Yeah,
and that was actually question 4. This is question 5. You ready?
Shoot me.
What is your most vivid memory from your early childhood?
My most vivid memory.
The earliest memory I have in my childhood.
It's asking the most vivid, not the earliest. Because I definitely know my earliest.
From your early childhood.
Say what? One more time.
What is your most vivid memory from your early childhood?
Yeah, your most vivid memory, not your earliest.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go earliest and vivid.
Yeah. Well, I definitely know my earliest memory that I have, like, that I remember pretty vividly. It was like, I don't know. It was like I was walking around for like the first 4 years of my life, and it was just clean slate. There's nothing there, and then it's like
you woke up.
It's like I just clicked, and I was like, "The fuck?" And I'm like, "Where am I?" And like I was suddenly a person in that moment. Yeah, I was at Disneyland. I was waiting in the Indiana Jones ride line, and I was like, the hell? What's
And then
going on?
You booted up.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, wow, I had a really slow startup. What's going on? It's like, got to update Windows up here. It's like, so
That's
bad.
like that Louis C.K. bit.
Yeah. I don't know. You just like,
yeah.
yeah, you're just eating shit for like the first 4 years of your life, and
then
you're
you
not a person yet.
And then you become aware of yourself.
Yeah. Well, that was
I'm trying to
definitely
think of mine.
Yeah. But yeah, I was in the line for the Indiana Jones ride, and I think I just snapped into existence because I was like, I got up to the front. We were about to board the thing, and I was too short. Yeah. That was a large thing that I remembered.
And then your parents are like, "Why did we have him?"
Yeah. No, it was like I was so bummed about it. And I don't know why I was so bummed. I was like, I don't know what this is. But whatever.
Oh man, I don't even think I can pinpoint a age or anything like that. I do have. I guess the most vivid would be Christmas at some point, and I got a Nintendo 64.
Oh.
Yeah, and I remember, we were very poor, so we had a mini tree, but not even a tree, like this big, like less than like a foot and a half, and it was on this like where we put the telephone in our apartment, and it was just the tree, and that was our Christmas tree, and I got a Nintendo 64. And I opened it before Christmas, like an hour before.
Like you were allowed to open it?
Yeah.
Or you just...
Because I was just like waiting,
pee.
and my parents were like, we want to go to bed. And I was like, I'm staying up until I can open it at midnight. And they're like, just open it.
Just do it. We're not waiting around.
Yeah, that's probably I guess that's because it's more important than anything else, but I'm sure there's other shit.
But that's what you stuck out to you in this moment.
Yeah.
At this time.
I don't even think I had got any games either. I just had to rent from like Blockbuster.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
We
There
were
was
poor,
no like...
Samson. We were poor.
You didn't have a PlayStation? You didn't have like a NES or like a Super Nintendo?
I had the 64 was the first thing I ever had.
What was your first game?
Or the Pocket.
The Game Boy?
I can't remember what I had first. I know I had a Pocket at some point, and I had Pokemon Red. My first game on 64, I think, was like Pokemon Stadium.
What?
With
really?
With that game cartridge thing.
Oh my goodness,
controller.
that giant brick. That's pretty cool. All right,
That
well,
shit was
not a bad, vivid first memory.
All right,
it's pretty cool.
Question
man.
6: Which of your parents are you most like in terms of personality?
Which of my parents?
Yeah.
I'll say interests. I'm more in line with my dad.
It says personality.
I know. That's why I'm like, I have that in common with my dad. But as for personality, I would say I probably lean more into like my mom.
I would say the same thing. Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. I couldn't. I don't know. I think I'm too different from my parents to even want to answer this question.
Well, we're not saying want. Like, if you had to guess.
I'm really thinking about it. Because they're basically.
Like I was like, I would guess, but I don't know your parents well.
Yeah, because your nurturing was great, and mine was like, I don't ever want to be like them.
Okay, well,
I guess my mother.
You think so?
Because she had that fighting spirit. Because she always wanted to be something more than just working at Callaway Golf. And that's kind of how I see it. Like, go up, dude. Keep going to the next level.
Well, that's cool.
That's about it though. Other than that, I don't really relate to them.
I mean, you literally relate to them. Related
biologically,
to them.
yes.
Physically.
What are you most afraid of?
What are we most afraid of?
Yeah.
I
I can answer this pretty easily because I know. Just abandonment, I guess. People leaving me, friends. For the very few people that I care about and would care about if they just like got up and left me because I'm an asshole. Mm-hmm. Abandonment would be mine. Okay. I feel like that's a pretty generic thing, but it eats you up a little bit. It's really hard to deal with.
I would say it's only generic in the sense that it's like I would say it's a common one, but it's there's a reason it's like so many people have that one.
It's like
it's scary.
Like a dog being abandoned. It's like, oh my god, I feel like that. I feel like that's how I would feel if someone abandoned me. Just like my whole world is gone. Mm-hmm. I guess I relate more to a dog than anything. It's just like I have my world, my people who feed me and take care of me and are with me most of the time.
Abandonment, that's a good one. I don't know, clowns.
Are you really afraid of clowns?
No, I was like,
I did
you
see
said a serious
Chapter
thing.
2 the other day.
Oh yeah, what'd you think?
That movie's so silly.
It's right.
It's not scary.
It's not scary.
All. Like I thought it was gonna be scary, and I would be like, "Oh, it's just gonna be a scary movie with jump scares." But it was just silly. It wasn't even like, and I'm not saying funny. I'm saying silly because it was just like the old lady who gets really big and like chases that girl. Like it doesn't even look good.
I mean.
Like it looks very animated, and I just wish a little bit more money would have made it a little better.
I feel like that was a choice. They definitely had money for it. But you say silly. I think it was like legitimately funny at points. Like the way that movie ends.
I mean,
like how they beat him. I was dying. I was like, it basically just boiled down to them calling him names. So
that was the lamest part. They were fucking bullying him. It was like an ironic like interpretation of how our society is when we're younger. It's really shitty.
I thought that was funny, but
oh no, I'm saying it's funny, but it's like they're bullying him.
yeah.
But what are you scared of, Sam?
Biggest fear.
I can think of a couple things, but I won't say them.
What, for me?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot! Give me some ideas.
No, I'm good.
You don't want to tell me?
I think. You're afraid of, how do I say this? Intimacy or closeness with people that you don't think you're close enough to be that.
You think I'm afraid of So, what like I would consider undeserved intimacy.
Yes, exactly. Yes, I think you are. I would say actually you probably more hate that than anything, but you definitely don't feel comfortable around it.
That's true. I would say that is definitely a big issue for me. I don't know if I wouldn't say I'm afraid of it. I would say I'm more of annoyed by my reaction to it than anything.
But it's like you wouldn't
it's an issue.
You don't want it to happen to you. So
it's a thing I'd rather not deal with. Yeah. I guess on some level, but I wouldn't consider that my biggest. I don't know. I'm kind of on the spot. I haven't really.
What is your biggest fear?
Biggest fear. See, I would say loneliness, but
But you're alone most of the time.
I'm not. So I would say being alone and feeling alone are not the same. Because you could be physically by yourself, but
there's someone there for you.
Yeah, you're just, you. It's really
might be another form of abandonment, but
it's I would
say a different way of saying it, though. Maybe that is also a different way of how we interpret it and how we see it too. Mm-hmm. Being alone and abandonment, maybe like abandonment is like someone leaving you.
Yeah,
really harshly. Alone feels like you've just kind of separated from people slowly.
Yeah, I feel like that's
that might be because abandonment is bigger and sounds scarier than alone. Or we're more used to alone, the word, than abandonment.
Sure. But I like the way you kind of made that distinction where abandonment is like, I guess it sounds more like you're saying a quick thing, whereas like loneliness, it's like a slow separation. Yeah, I could definitely feel that. I think because I've definitely had many like that tends to be unless like it's someone that's stuck around for a really long time. I kind of just like I don't know. I get really weird internal emotions about people sometimes, and then I just like I don't want to say I give up, but it's like
I don't
it's tough.
text back. They won't bother me. I won't. I'm not here.
A lot of the time,
I'm not saying you're doing it on purpose. It's just kind of like it falls off. It loses its push.
Like it's not even like it's not like necessarily something they do. It's like some weird internal thing for myself where it's like I feel like I'm being like pushy with like my presence. And I'm like, I don't want to burden somebody.
Oh yeah,
so.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, like we talked about this on one of our runs.
Yeah. No, like I definitely like to connect to people, but there's a point where I feel like I'm making it's like I feel like I'm overdoing it.
You're bothering them.
I feel like I'm bothering somebody. So I'm like, well, if they want to reach out to me, they can do it. I don't want to
And
weigh them down.
Me and Sam had this conversation, but it's also worked the other way too. But it's hard. I mean, it's how you are. It's not going to go away, even if you've, however, therapy or classes or some sort of mechanism that you learn how to do it. It's still going to be part of you. It will never leave you. You always have some memory of this. I am getting too close, or I'm bothering this person because I just hang out too much.
Mm-hmm. Or it just feels like I feel like I don't know. I'm seeing them a lot, and it feels like it would be. I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah. Well.
Question 8. What are your 3 biggest character flaws?
My 3 biggest character flaws? I mean, like, I could communicate better. That's one.
Yes.
Yeah. No, David is definitely on the receiving or the non-receiving end of this. Communication.
Punctuality.
That's not a flaw. That's just something.
A choice.
That's just what I do.
So being a dick should be.
I have trouble with deadlines. But yeah, no, definitely communication. I realize is a big one. I try to work on it. I mean, I should try to work on it. You should always try to improve in stuff that you are not very strong at.
You should.
Yeah, me specifically. Thanks, David.
No, everyone.
Everyone, but especially you. All right, so that's one for me. What do you think for yourself?
I think I guess I hold things in too long, but that's also could be irrational holding of anger or things that bother me, and then they just builds up. But I do it subconsciously where I don't think about it. It just kind of like comes back, and I don't know why.
Mm-hmm. Huh. I'm going to steal that one because I definitely internalize a lot of stuff, and I don't share.
Yeah, I guess it would be
probably as much as I should.
Internalizing for me. Yeah, I guess that's the more appropriate way to say it. But yeah, my internalizing is anger, and it just builds up. Mm-hmm. But without me knowing it, I really don't know it until it's too late.
Mm-hmm. No, and I'll call them little minute traumas that I'm just like, okay, I'll deal with that later, and then I just, push it down, and then I'm just gonna die. So, or that's my plan. I'm like, all right, I'll just keep accruing all this, and then I'll just die before I have to deal with it. So, but yeah, no, right, I probably should talk about it, huh?
That's your 2 then.
Yeah, that's my 2. Which I guess is kind of part of the same one, but yeah. What do you think for your number 2?
I mean, I had all three of them, and I totally forgot. I said
Oh no.
building up, internalizing. I this is for me. This is a good thing, but I think for people who are nice, it's a bad thing. My ability to I'm either 0% into it or 100% into it. I don't have a gray area. I am black and white. So, like, and my boss said it. My first boss ever out of college. Like, I worked for PSAV, and he's like, hey, we got it. He's like, hey, you got to go strike these rooms. I'm like, I don't want to fucking do that right now. And then, but like, I'm a super hard worker. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's gonna get done. I just don't. And he's like, you're just like black and white, dude. You either are like totally want to do something or you don't. And like, and it was weird because he started like, you're a really hard worker, but I think that might be a flaw because then that also is like how I'm into something. So if like, because like I work in a pretty weird world where people do their art and that's like 100% of them. Like I don't understand artists at all. They put their soul into something. I get that. I just don't understand it. And I just need to be into it too. But for me, it's just like, oh, A, B, and C. It's all an equation. I'm not into it, but I'm going to do my job. But I think that reflects poorly on me. It's not that I don't care. It's just I'm still going to do it. I guess I don't care.
Well, I wouldn't say that's necessarily a flaw. It sounds like
No, that's why I said at the beginning. I was like, I don't think it's bad. I think it could be seen as a flaw that maybe I need to even if I pretend, which I would hate even more. But yeah,
you're pretty transparent.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
But you know,
I just don't have. It's exhausting to not be transparent to me. It's just like you had to put on the charade. Ugh.
I was gonna say it almost sounds the way you describe it. It's like, like when you're applying for a job and you're in the interview and like, what would you say your biggest weakness is? And you're like, I'm black or white. There's no in between. I get stuff done.
I care too much.
Yeah, it's like
I work too hard.
It's like, oh, did you see what he did? It's like he said a weakness, but his weakness was actually a strength.
Actually, a strength from The Office.
Just like that. That's a good one. I could see that for you.
Oh yeah, I see it for me.
All right, my third one. I'll say I'm probably more impulsive than I probably should be comfortable with. Like I like to think I'll sit back and like evaluate stuff before I jump in, but sometimes like I get excited and like I'll say something at the wrong time, or I don't know. This tends to pop up especially with like my purchasing habits. Yeah, that's a big one for me. Or like
there's a word for that.
What's that?
There's a word for that.
There's a word for that?
Yeah, a term.
A term.
Uncontrollable, spontaneous. I don't know.
What?
Keep going.
But I just like that's something I really need to try and get a handle on, because like I try, but like I don't know. It's like the rational part of my brain just kind of like gets shut out by my non-rational part. And it's like, no, just do it. Do it, man. What's the worst that can happen? You'll have this thing that you want. Just do it. And I'm like, okay. And then it's like I'm not dealing in the consequences as I'm doing a thing until after, and it's too late. And I'm like, oh, why'd I do that? That was terrible. Like,
oh no.
when you're getting to know somebody and you're trying to like feel them out, but you're like excited when you're talking to them. So like you probably like you share more than you probably should. Have you ever dealt with that?
You're talking to the wrong guy. I'm just saying you're talking to someone who's not.
This is
I'm very transparent.
you're very
I'm gonna
transparent.
say
but like
I'm gonna say everything.
Okay, so like you feel like, all right, I know you can't relate this, but I'm sure there's people out there like you're feeling somebody out, and there's like, there's like an energy between whoever you're talking. Like maybe it's like potential mate, or like it's just a friend that you strike up a conversation with, and you're like, oh yeah, you're like, I feel it. Like there's some kind of like, I don't know, good vibes going back and forth. But then like you like maybe say a little more than you should in the moment, and then just like weird stuff out. I tend to do that.
Overbearing.
Overthinking.
Yeah. Well, but not overthinking, because isn't there proof that it got weird? Or do you think it got too weird?
It's generally how this shakes out for me is I will say something, not necessarily incriminating, but it's more detail than they need in that moment. And then like I can feel it. Like it's just a moment, and you sit in it, and you're like, oh, why did I shouldn't have did that. That like I just ruined this. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm kind of.
I feel like that doesn't make sense, but that I think differently. So
you do think differently. That's why I'm like,
I think that you're just
way.
Being truthful and honest and telling the story how it is.
Mm-hmm. But as an example,
all right,
I can think of a specific time, but what?
My last character flaw. I'm an asshole.
You're an asshole. That's just who you are.
I know, but that's a character flaw. I could just not be an asshole.
I mean, like. I guess
Sam will agree with me. I am an asshole.
I would say you are an asshole, but you shouldn't regret.
I am not mean, though.
There is a bit.
I've said
mean
things, but I don't be an asshole to be mean. I'm an asshole to try to be funny, and I say try because my jokes fall off on people all the time, but sometimes they work, and it's worth it.
For the two people that get it.
For the two people who listen to me, some of my jokes are really fucking good.
Okay.
Yeah, but
all right.
I could. I mean, I don't know how to. I will never be a nice person. I know that, but I could just like be more of a I don't care, and just not talk or not have a comment or anything. Mm-hmm. But then that might be me being an asshole too.
Maybe. Who knows? Who's to say?
Who knows?
It's a mystery, David.
Imagination.
Oh my goodness. All right.
Question 10. No, wait. 9.
How much time? How much time
are you most? We are at 54 minutes. We're gonna fucking smash this right now. What are you most proud of and why?
What am I most proud of and why? Wow. I don't know.
I am most proud of getting my job at a university and working with artists. That's my most proud moment, just because I'm very technical, but I also have a lot of experience making and creating. So I think it just fits perfectly with who I am and what I've learned. Mm-hmm. I'm not like the best artist or the most creative person. I have my moments though, but I am very good technically, and I can produce shows and produce concerts, and I can basically figure out anything as long as I have, a chance to look at things. So getting the job at UCSD was my most proud moment. I was like, oh, I'm set. Mm-hmm. And 4 years later, I'm still there, which is my longest job ever. That's
pretty cool.
Even though it's my second, adult job.
Mm-hmm. Huh. That's cool, man. Yeah, that's something to be proud of. I don't know. Probably something creative I've done. I don't know. I don't know.
Like what?
Oh man, it's on the spot. I don't know. Maybe like the shit. Pass. No.
No, you got something. Come on.
Maybe like the first song I recorded and got distributed was probably a pretty cool moment for me.
I know most people don't know what that's like, but that's not fucking easy. Even just the distribution part, or like in deciding on distributor and figuring all that stuff out. But the recording part and writing part, that's years.
Yeah, I would say probably like the actually getting something done in that way was it was a big effort to get anything done in that capacity. So being able to stand back and look at your work after that felt pretty good.
Make sure you guys check out Sam Onzo on Spotify. Sam Onzo.
Why?
Onzo.
I don't care for that. Let me just keep this, David. Let me keep it to myself. I don't like.
Shit's good. I like it. I'm his number one fan.
Oh, you're so nice.
I once screamed lyrics at his little coffee shop.
At a coffee shop gig.
I was like, "You're here. This is where you're at."
Okay. Yeah. I'll say that. I'm sure I have another one or two. I just can't think of them right now.
Cool.
All right.
Question 10 is a long one.
Okay.
No, it's just long. I think we can answer very quickly, though. What percentage of your decisions do you think are made by your unconscious or your subconscious, and what percentage by your conscious?
You first.
Me personally, it's going to be like a 80-20.
80 being
conscious.
Mm-hmm. That's a pretty fair percentage, I think.
Because I don't have that impulse in me to just like what I go back to what Sam said. He says like buy stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't have that impulse to do that. I think it through. Mm-hmm. Like, do I need this? How am I going to use it? I want it for sure, but I need to use it. And this coronavirus thing is a great fucking example, because I was like, I'm going to buy this new camera. I showed Sam it. Like, I'm going to get it. And then this fucking happens and we can't do videos. So I'm like, I'm not going to buy it now. I'm waiting.
Yeah, see, if you were to turn that on me, I would still seriously be considering. Oh, you did? Oh, man.
No, I didn't buy it. No, I would not buy. I'm not buying it until we're out of this, just because, my job might not be safe in 2 months.
I can tell you right now, if I was in your shoes, that would have gone in and out of my cart like a good 5 or 6 times.
It's been in my fucking cart for like the last, multiple cameras in the last year, but this camera for like 3 months. I really want it, but I just don't have that impulse. Like, but that being said, I'll be sitting on the couch and be like, I want pizza. I'm going to go buy pizza. Like, I feel like that to me, that's impulsive. It's just like, or subconscious. Like, I love pizza all the time and I would eat it all the time, but I don't. But sometimes I just want it, and I'll just, hey, I want this thing.
That's fair. And I guess for me, I would say it's probably pretty close to yours. I would think. I feel like maybe like my subconscious maybe is a little more affecting on me than I probably am thinking out front. But I would think
I think you're closer to 70.
30. I'll say like maybe like
I would say 65-35.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of my critical thinking is done subconsciously. I'll say like I'll do like a 70-30. Yeah. I'm aloof.
I mean, but then again, we really don't know what our subconscious is like. It might be controlling us completely.
I was like, I'm pretty confident that I am not safe thinking thoughts with myself like that. So
thoughts thinking by myself.
Yeah.
Thoughts.
I'm not too great if you leave me alone with my thoughts. So
yeah. Okay.
All right. Cool. So 80-20. All right.
Question 11. Do you think you make good decisions by and large?
I mean, like, I want to say yes, but only because I haven't absolutely fucked up my life yet. So I feel like where you are in the moment is kind of proof of probably your decision making
Yeah.
ability.
I would say the same thing, but then like just look on your life and where you could be.
Yeah.
I would say I'm 50-50. You know, I fuck up a lot, but now I try not to.
Yeah.
I've learned from a lot of things, and I really like one fucking really bad mistake could literally ruin your life.
Right. Yeah. I think I want to say generally I make good decisions. Now that doesn't mean I make the best decisions I could probably make at any given point. Because like you were saying, you're like, if I were to maybe guess what like my best life would be, it's probably not this. But like, I'm in a good place, I think. So
Things can always
yeah,
be
like,
better.
yeah, things can always be worse. I think.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like I'm not the greatest decision maker, but I haven't made any huge mistake decisions. I don't think so.
Same.
Yeah,
Or should I say Sam?
Sam. Sam.
All right, question 12. Are you more you when you are alone or when you are with others? I would say I am me when I'm alone, but that's because I'm mostly alone. Even in the world, like at work, I'm mostly alone. When I go to breweries or do things I like to do, I'm mostly alone. But I don't think I change much, or I try not to change much because I just don't care anymore. I'm very transparent.
Like you've been saying. Good for you. Yeah, I feel I'm my most genuine self. Probably around people I'm comfortable with. Not just people, like, because like I get weird around strangers. Like I forget how to operate, but people I'm comfortable with, I feel like that's probably the most genuine me. Because then when I'm by myself, like I get like stuck in loops. So, but I have no problem being by myself or anything. But like, yeah, I don't know. I definitely go over a lot of the same things.
Are you alone right now?
I mean, like, I'm with you through the connection of the internet.
I need you to stay on camera.
Please don't.
Please don't.
I don't
go
have
off,
object
please.
permanence.
Please.
Please, I'm so alone.
When someone asks us how we are, why do we respond with fine when we're really not fine?
Because you don't like.
I would say it's the most polite thing to say, first of all. And instead of saying, I feel like shit and I don't understand why I'm in this world, but I don't say fine. I usually say I'm good because I am in fact good. I'm good. I'm content.
Well, okay, so I understand. That's what I think. Okay, so barring the specific words, I think they just mean that idea where we're not fully honest. Like upfront.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I would say
think that's what they're looking for.
It's the polite way. I'm fine. Like, also, we don't want to fucking answer that question. No one wants to answer that question. We're not obligated to. We don't want to, unless it's like a genuine, like, I feel like how are you is like the only question you ask when you're on a date. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing great. Blah 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 blah. But like me and Sam, hey buddy. I only text him, hey, you good, if he doesn't text back after like 2 days.
or just a dry spell.
Yeah,
all right,
or
I don't know if he's dead or not.
Or like 12 hours after we were like actually talking about something.
Yeah, and I did. That's a communication thing for me.
Which is fine. I just want to make sure he's not dead.
I'm never not dead, David. I'm not gonna die.
He's about this close.
I'm never gonna die. I will always.
So what do you think?
I think so. All right, on either side of that question, I think it all has to do with politeness. So like, exactly. You made a good point. Like you ask as a form of acknowledgement somebody, which, by the way, stop doing that. I don't think because no one cares on either end of that. Like you don't care to hear that answer,
and
or
you
if
don't care to ask.
That's not the question you're asking. Yeah, if you genuinely care, you're not asking like that. But like, and then the person sharing, like, they don't want to get that detailed. Like, I don't have a whole day to sit here and unpack everything that goes into that question. So yeah, it's just a polite thing to do. And if you do answer that question when someone asks, you're an asshole. But I feel like that only really works one way, because like it's a norm to ask somebody that.
Yeah.
But don't answer
also,
for real.
It could just be like a defense mechanism. Like, I don't know how to actually start this conversation, or
yeah, that's one of those just general Kickstarter like conversation type things. So yeah, absolutely.
Or just start with a question you want to ask.
Yeah, I mean,
Sam, how big is your penis?
Boring. Yeah, ask a spicy question up front. Like, something that'll make somebody perk up. Like, okay, all right, this conversation can go anywhere.
If you make them feel really, like, terrible or awkward, you can just make them feel better and we can go up.
Yeah, you can build. It doesn't just have to stay ground level all the time.
All right, question 14.
All right, let's get it.
How old do you feel in your mind?
Probably like corpse age.
Corpse age. I would say I'm close to like 69.
Why 69, David?
Before 70, bruh. I definitely feel older. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I definitely feel older than my physical age.
I'm just tired all the time of bullshit and shit.
And I'm just tired in general. Like, my energy level is just like
Sam gets about 30 minutes of sleep every 4 days.
It's that I got shaky leg disease, man. I can't.
Do you really have restless leg syndrome?
I've never. Well, for one, I need to see a doctor because I have not seen a physician since I've been an adult, which has been several years at this point. So I've not been diagnosed, but I definitely have that. Shaky leg, man.
Please go
RLS.
See a doctor. Please,
restless leg syndrome.
Please go see a doctor.
on top of several undiagnosed things, I'm sure.
Please start with this with the doctor.
It's so easy. I have insurance. I hate making appointments.
Yeah. I don't. All right. Why does your mind hold you back from doing things you might enjoy? Because you're afraid to enjoy it. I feel most of us are in this cocoon of self-doubt for like really self-doubt. Most of us for sure have to feel some sort of self-doubtness, especially just how things are now. We're afraid of feeling happy or enjoying ourselves, genuinely, because it doesn't feel like it's what we're used to or how we grew up. Because as children, it's just like we are open to the world, and then as adults, we're like, I hate the fucking world.
Yeah, I definitely feel like you are more able to enjoy things, or at least like you have more opportunity to enjoy things when you're younger. Because, like, over time, you just accrue so much experience, and, like, you just become so, well, not necessarily everybody, or even to that degree, but you just become more cynical as you get older. So it feels like I don't know. It just doesn't like. I know for me, like if I get anything like that, it just doesn't feel like a genuine feeling.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It doesn't feel what it should feel like because it doesn't feel real.
Yeah, like I have what I like to call sarcastic feelings about things. Like I'm like, oh, like I mean, like I guess this is a situation I should be happy, but I'm like, that seems weird. I don't know how to.
This is lame. Like, let's go home.
Yeah, it's like you forget how to feel correctly, so you just there's like a weird stigma about certain things like that.
Yeah, exactly. Stigmas. I agree. I concur.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I feel like I am a very, I wouldn't say an emotionally intelligent person, but I feel like I'm more, even just the way I'm talking right now, I'm more in tune with my feelings, but I don't know how to act on them.
You are a child.
Well, I'm just weird. I'm not smart
I will
in that
say
way.
this: next to my beautiful wife, Sam is the smartest person I know. He has a big vocabulary
That's a very low bar
that supersedes me, and I feel like I'm much smarter than him on a lot of things. But when it comes to intelligence, I feel like Sam is more intelligent than me.
I don't necessarily. We just know different things. I wouldn't say.
But I think you know different things that make you more intelligent than me.
I don't know about that.
I do.
Pros and cons, man.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, let's just let that breathe for a second. Okay.
Genuine. Yeah, I think it's genuine feeling. And Sam agrees that you just, however it is, that maybe you're not supposed to feel how you feel, or you feel how you feel and you don't like it. And maybe you'd really hate that thing now. But
I think for me, if I were to get more specific, this kind of deals with that nurturing kind of thing. So like maybe I've felt that feeling at some point, but then I've been, well, let's say I haven't. Maybe I wasn't in the best company when I felt that emotion, and they kind of put you down, and then that sticks with you. So when you get that feeling again, you think about that experience, and then it kind of takes some of the potency out of it.
Maybe.
If that makes sense.
All right, last question.
All right.
Are you an optimist or a pessimist? What are your reasons for being so? I can answer this very easily. I am neither. I am a realist.
Okay.
I don't think good things are going to happen. I don't think bad things are going to happen. I think things are going to happen because A plus B plus X square equals WX. I think if I do something, there's a consequence. If I don't do something, there's a consequence. But if I want a consequence or a result to happen, then I will do A plus B to get that result.
And I am an optimist prime. No, I'm just kidding. I will say, I would think I will say, growing up, I want to say I was an optimist, but as time has gone on, I've realized that I think I deal more in tempering my expectations now. So, like, I want to believe that the best thing will happen.
You're a pessimist, dude.
I want to believe that, the best thing that can happen, but
worst case scenario,
you get reality checks. Yeah. No, it's like, but it's like Louis C.K. would say. He's like, like why would anything good happen?
Yeah, we're all pieces of shit, anyways.
Optimists are stupid. That's what optimism means. It's optimist is stupid. Well, so maybe something nice will happen.
Yeah, I just be prepared and make what you want happen. But this is the real world. It sucks. So just be prepared
It's nice to hope for things. Yeah.
Money makes your day, and no money doesn't. So.
Okay.
That was the last question. This was awesome. This was eye-opening.
That was it. You think so?
Oh, this was
Have
awesome.
we learned some things? I think we took a journey.
We did. We definitely did. Yeah, stay strong, all you people. Stay healthy, stay safe. Thanks for listening and watching.
Yeah, this is a fun topic, and yeah, like David said, keep it up. We're gonna be fine.
Stay
Hopefully.
strong.
Stay strong. Keep drinking. Keep listening.